Okay, y'all, I just had to do a quick snippet and insert this video. Okay, so when I was talking about my family and I was naming off all the people that have been instrumental in getting my food truck, I do not know how I missed my 50%. My 50% is my sister. How did I miss her in that whole conversation? I was just trying to get through that video. So I just want to give a shout out to Jacqueline, Bonita, Holly. Yeah, her whole government. Okay. So I'm going to insert this clip into the video. So you're going to see this before you see the actual video where I'm listing everyone. Sorry, sister. I didn't mean to forget you. I didn't forget you. I just didn't add you on that video. So anyway, I just wanted to add this in so everyone knows that it was a team effort. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Miss Jackie from Miss Chicks Wings and Things. And this is going to be somewhat of a short video. I'm just going to go over a couple of things with regards to the mobile truck and where we're at. Pictures are going to be coming soon, all of those things. But what I really wanted to talk about was the licensing and the permits that you need to have and the process for that. Now, let me start off by giving a disclosure. I am not a professional in this aspect. I have only known what I know based on reading. One of the things that I had initially done some time back was I reached out in Las Vegas Black Business Facebook page to see if I could any food truck vendors that would like to be my mentor. I was looking for a mentor to help me establish, processes and what it takes to operate a mobile food truck and whatnot. And I got absolutely zero. So what do they say? Put a finger down. If you reached out, offered to work for free, and to get someone to mentor you in a business that you want to work in, and not one person reached out or responded. Yeah. So anyway, moving on. So I got my food trailer, and I just want to first say I am so grateful and thankful for the family that I have. From the King, King Red Holly, Mary, Mrs. Axe Holly, my husband, Carrie, Mr. McGill, Oceana Holly, my one first real love in life, my daughter, my nephew, my niece, my great nephews, my family. That's my immediate family. And I am so grateful for them because they have showed up throughout this whole process. And I'm not going to tell you it's been easy because it certainly has not. But am I grateful that I decided, well, let me just say it, I was encouraged, highly encouraged by my daughter to go ahead and pull the trigger on getting Miss Chicks Wings and Things up and running. So we started off in a tent, and we did some pop-ups at my hometown. And by doing those pop-ups, I learned a lot. I learned that saying, what could go wrong? That whatever that is, I try not to use it because I never want to put that kind of energy, because the tongue is very powerful. So I try not to use that. But there were so many things that we had encountered as hurdles as we were learning and getting through the whole tent setup. And so I always knew that I wanted a mobile food trailer. And by the grace of God and with my family support, um, we were able to see that come to fruition. Now, it took approximately 3 months for the trailer to be done, and we picked the trailer up on November 21st. It was dark out, we couldn't see, but you know, I wanted my trailer. I ended up taking it back the next day. Yeah, there were things that, no, not the next day, the day after that. So 2 days after I picked it up, I took it back. Went through the trailer with a fine tooth comb. My husband, who is a jack of all trades, and he's mastered quite a few of them, so I'm not going to use that other saying either. He went through, he was all underneath the trailer. We found there were things that weren't bolted, screws had been missing. The fryers were at, I want to say they were probably at almost 50 inches high. He had to drop those to 36 inches. He dropped the steam table. He dropped the steam table, and he dropped all of the fryers. I've got 3 double basket 40 pound fryers in the trailer, and he had to drop all of that plus the prep fridge, prep table and fridge. He had to drop that as well, and just so many things that without him, excuse me, y'all, I don't know if I had to rely on someone else to do that, I would have been out so much money. But let's get past that, so you guys will get to see that. Next, now it's time to get the food, the business license, the mobile vendor's food license, and that's a whole process in itself. And then get the inspection done. Well, I've been down to the business license in Clark County. It will be 4 times. Next Wednesday, let me see, what day is that? Is that the 22nd or the 23rd? Next Wednesday is the 22nd. That will be number 4. So I will have been down there 4 times. And this is why I'm here. I want to give some of you all the benefit of understanding how important it is to follow the process. Don't listen to other people when they tell you, oh no, you don't need this, you don't need that, because I didn't need it. I don't know what you needed, but at the end of the day, I needed things that I didn't think I needed. They give you a whole checklist from, and you can't see this because it's going to be backwards, but anyway, the business licensing department gives you a whole checklist of all the things that you need to have. And so the first thing that I did before I went down there is you have to determine your jurisdiction, or where your mobile food trailer is going to be, located. It's going to be based off of your commissary. It is not based off of your wherever your trailer is going to be. So since this is a mobile food truck, it's a requirement in most states that you have a commissary kitchen, and so your jurisdiction is going to be based off of that. So I called because I didn't know, because they have a website that you can go to, or you can email them. I just picked up the phone and called because I'm a call-in type of person. I don't want to wait. I want to know. So I gave them the address of the commissary where my trailer is going to be, and where I get to dump my gray water and my oil. And so that is the jurisdiction in which they'll determine what area in Nevada, what county in Nevada your business is going to operate. Then the next thing, now you should already have these upcoming things that I'm going to tell you about. Your Nevada state business license. So you register your business with the Secretary of State. Now let me tell you, I made a mistake on mine. I made the first mistake and then I had to correct it. And it cost me both times. So here in Nevada, we don't have a state tax. That don't mean shit, because everything else, you're taxed, period. So I did the form. I went online and I did the form and put all the information in. I didn't have anyone help me with that, but it cost me $150. So keep in mind, for your mobile food business license, any person that is listed as a member on your Secretary of State will have to go down and you'll have to provide their information. So I added a member, which I thought I needed to do, but I didn't, because they had no ownership in the business. So when I added them, it cost me $150. I found out when I went down to get the business license on the third trip. On the third trip, I found out that if they're not an owner, they can't be on your articles. So it cost me $150 to remove that member, so I would be in compliance. Oh, let me just say, my first trip to the, after I called and got the jurisdiction to find out what county for the licensing I would be in, they never told me that, because the mobile food vending, any business that is a regulated business, is by appointment only. You cannot walk in and do your business licensing. So you have to make an appointment. You can't just pop up. I didn't know that. So when I called and the person I spoke to gave me all the jurisdiction information, they didn't say, this is what you need to do. So since you're calling about a mobile food, I just want you to know, when you get ready to do your license, you're going to need to make an appointment. Now, maybe I was expecting too much, because I would have thought, since I called and we determined where the mobile food is, no, that shit didn't happen. So my first trip, I ended up driving down there, which I could have made the appointment online. I ended up driving down there and I got an appointment for the very next day. So that would be the first trip. The next day I go and I sit down with Big Boy. I don't remember his name, but I sat down with him and he gave me a list of stuff. And anyway, I'll share that. Excuse my rain. I should probably turn that off. We'll see. My nose won't stop running. I just don't. Anyway, okay. So let's go back. So if your business has 5 members, you would have all 5 of those members. And I'm going to get to another part in the application that you're going to have to follow. But anyway, so keep that in mind. If they're not an owner, but they're helping you, you do not want to put them on your business as a managing member or anything. Just don't put them. Just put yourself. Okay, so that should already be done. So all you need to do is take a photocopy of your business license, Nevada State business license. Then you need to be registered with the Nevada Department of Taxation. So you need to get a sales and use tax form. Now, I did mine. I actually went to the department to do it. I made an appointment and I went down there to the taxation department, and I sat down with an agent. She went over everything with me. I told her what I was doing, all of the beautifulness of that. So I had my sales and use. You just need to make a copy of that. Now, my LLC is in my name, but I have a DBA, and it is Miss Chicks, Wings, and Things. So I went down when I went down the second time, and Big Boy went through the paperwork. He says, okay, so on your DBA, you're either going to have to change your business name. Like, you're going to either have to change your insurance, because my commercial insurance is in my name, business name, which is my name, LLC, DBA as Miss Chicks, Wings, and Things. I'm either going to have them take that off of the insurance, which would way too much. That's another whole story. But I wasn't going to do that. So I ended up having to go down while I was in the same building and have my DBA change, because apparently when I did the original, I just put Miss Chicks. I didn't put the Wings and Things. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't. So I ended up having to get a new DBA. So I kept my old one. So I have a DBA as Miss Chicks, and then I have my DBA as Miss Chicks, Wings, and Things. So I have both. And instead of dissolving the first one, I want to keep it. And then, so anyway, I had to get that corrected. And you have to give them a copy of your fictitious name. Okay, so they need a copy of it. So, and let's keep this 100 with y'all. They're not going to let you go downstairs and print it and come back upstairs. They're not going to let you email it to them and then they print it off. None of that. They will send your ass away and you will have to come back another day. Okay. Then the next thing is, if you are a mobile food business, you must have executed a lease agreement with a validated, licensed commissary kitchen, shared kitchen. No way around that. Not here in Nevada. And most places, when I'm on my different Facebook pages that I joined, most of the people will tell you, because there are people that are asking, how do I get around that? No. And you can't go to your church. I learned that the hard way too. In Minnesota, when we were doing our pop-ups out there, you can't go to your church unless that church has it's licensed as a commissary. Just because they have a commercial kitchen, because the church cooks food and serves its parishioners, does not mean that you can use that as a commissary kitchen, because they're going to check to see if the commissary is licensed. So be sure to have your agreement. Also, here in the state of Nevada, you cannot park your trailer or your truck, your food truck, at your home. You can't. Mine's isn't operating yet, and we're still doing work on it. So that's a whole different kind of situation. But your mobile food truck cannot be parked at your home. So I had to fix a couple of my documents to show the commissary address. Fine. All right. Then you need to complete your application. You guys, the application itself is pretty easy. It's a fillable PDF. And so you just fill this out. It's 2 pages. Make sure that you are completing it accurately. Okay. Your business location should be your commissary kitchen's address. You can have your mailing address as your home. That doesn't matter. What you're going to put for location, business location information is that you leased. If you leased, you need to provide the name of the commissary, the phone number, the address, city, state, zip, and the country. And then on the second page, they want you to describe your business activities. I just put own and operate mobile food trailers serving prepared foods and beverages. I kept it simple. You don't need to put your menu items. I'm serving catfish and so on. You don't need to do that. And then the date you started your business at this location. So that is the date that you signed your commissary agreement. Okay. And then have you complied with the provisions of the industrial insurance? Yes. Have you purchased a business operating in Clark County? You're not purchasing a business. This is your mobile truck. So you're not purchasing an established business like you went out and bought a KFC or whatever. So that's no. And are you requesting a temporary license? That is yes. And I'll explain that in just a moment. And then, does your business require professional or occupational license issued by a state board? So that would be like if you're doing tattooing or you're a cosmetologist and you have to be licensed to do that. Then you just need to list the board's name. And then have you registered with the Secretary of State? You would say yes. And then you have to give your business ID, your Nevada business ID. You sign it, print your name, and date it. Because I'm a creature of trying to make other people's lives a little bit easier. I could have printed this off and hand wrote everything in, but if you don't have good handwriting, don't do somebody wrong and fill it out by hand. Just don't. Okay. So next, you're going to complete, make sure that you have your licensing fee. So the business license is $70. Not bad, right? But with everything else, shit. Okay, never mind. I'll keep it pushing. Now you're going to complete the temporary license. And yes, you need to do that because you are going to be required to do a background check with the Metro. And let me go over that with you in just a moment. And so you're going to complete that form. And on that form, you're going to put that it's a temporary license. You'll date the form. They send the whole packet to the Las Vegas Metro Police Department for approval. So you're going to put regulated application pending LVMPD background approval. Okay. You put your business name, and the business location, again, is your commissary kitchen. You sign it, you print your name, you date it. Okay? And then if you had somebody do all of this for you, let's say you said, hey, let me reach out to Jackie at Miss Chicks and see if she can do all this for me. There has to be a power of attorney granting that third party permission to act on your behalf. Okay? But if you do it yourself, it doesn't matter. That's non-applicable. Then you have to apply for a health permit. Now, I'm going to read this specifically to you because I don't think that I misunderstood it. But let me read to you what it says. It says, apply for a health permit, provide an approved health permit, or show proof that you have applied with the Southern Nevada Health District, SNHD, for mobile food vendors. The commercial commissary address should be listed on the health permit. So what I did was when I submitted my application to the health district, I got a response saying, yes, I received your application and I explained it when I went on the third trip that based on this, I thought I only had to show proof that I applied, which I showed proof with a copy of the response that I got from the health district. She said no. I'm going to read it again, and y'all tell me. Provide an approved health permit or show proof that you have applied with the Southern Nevada Health District, SNHD. For mobile food vendors, the commissary address should be listed on your health permit. So it says, show proof. I did. The person wrote, I have to provide approved health permit. Oh, Lord. Oh, y'all, I got some good news. But I'm anxious. So I reached out to the health. Okay, so I'm off topic. I'll get back on topic, but this is my ADHD kicking in. Okay. I got a response because I sent an email this morning because, I'm just trying to stay on top of everything. And I sent the email to the health district. She says, good morning. Thank you for your payment confirmation. Yay. $945 later. I have an inspection appointment available on Thursday, January 23rd at 10 a.m. at our office. Please let me know if this will work for you. I will send a calendar invite with parking and other instructions for the appointment once we set the date and time. Thank you. I'm so happy. I'm going to go ahead and take it. So I'm going to cancel the appointment with the business licensing for Wednesday, and I'm going to see if I can get it scheduled for Thursday because they're closed on Friday. Okay. But anyway, so give me just a minute, y'all, while I respond to this. Excuse my office. While I reply. Wonderful. So Thursday, the 23rd. All right. So I sent it. Okay, so a part of the inspection, she's going to send me a calendar invite with parking and other instructions for the appointment. All right. I have to let my husband know because we got to have everything done. Like, it's got to be fuzz bust. I need my sister, me and my sister. Anyway, okay, let me keep going. I'm back at it. So now we already know we're getting the approved. And then for your vehicle registration. So now, if you have a food truck, you just need to show the registration for the food truck. Okay. However, because we have a trailer and we have to have a tow vehicle because we can't walk down the street just pulling it, I had to provide both. And I guess I didn't read it right. So I only took the trailer's registration. But that was on the second trip. On the third trip, I had both. I had the tow vehicle and I had the trailer registration. Cool beans. Then we have to show proof of vehicle insurance liability and the amount, and they give us the breakdown of the numbers. Now, this is where I feel like the left hand doesn't know what the right hand is doing. So, Big Boy from day 2, he told me that the insurance that I provided, the COI that I provided, was not the right COI. It needed to have all of the the amounts listed on the COI. My insurance, because of how my trailer, because my trailer is not, it was a purchase, and it's not fully paid off, so I still owe on it, and I'm making payments. The the builder lease company is had me put $1 million worth of insurance plus 2 million aggregate. Now, explain to me. I know if somebody get hurt, if somebody eats something, get sick, if I run into a building and mess up something, I've got coverage up to $1 million. Okay, which far exceeds the numbers that they have here. But he told me I had to put it on the form, and I said, but there's, okay, I didn't argue. This is y'all's job. Okay, I wanted to go there, but I didn't. And I had to have the VIN number for both the trailer and the tow vehicle, along with the make and the year of the vehicles. Okay, all right. Next, when I went on day 2, he said, "Where is the rest of the packet, the application packet?" I said, "Well, it's there." He said, "Where's the Metro packet?" I said, "Okay, someone told me I didn't need that." He said, "Well, was that somebody here in this office?" I was like, "No, actually it wasn't. It was someone else that had a mobile food trailer, and they told me because of the jurisdiction that the trailer is located in, I didn't need to have a Metro packet. This is the background check packet." He said, "No. Anybody that's going into a regulated business, getting a business license, has to do a background check." "How many owners?" I said, "There's only me as the owner." But I didn't know at the time because he didn't catch it. Day 3 caught it. And there's a $300 fee for each owner. So one of the things that I did when I did the package, I completed the entire packet. But when the person who told me that has a food trailer that I wouldn't need to do the Metro background, I just never printed it off because I'm gonna print it off. I'm not gonna waste my paper because I don't need it. And I would have assumed that that was correct. Never assume. If you get something in the packet and they don't need it and it's not required, just fucking print it on the paper. Use the back pages. I don't give a shit. But so, day 2. All right. On top of the fact that I had to go pay, so it's not just $300 because you got to pay to notarize the background packet. That packet got to get notarized. Okay. So when I did the background packet, I didn't know what address I was supposed to put. So on day 3, when I went back, Sister Girl said, "You got to put the comic series address on." Yeah. And the other thing, fill it all out. I'm going to tell you something. Just because your mama or your daddy might not be in your life, they might still be here. On this packet, you need to know at least their name, first and last. If you don't know if they living or dead, you put unknown. You don't know their address, you put unknown. You don't know whatever, put unknown. Don't leave it blank. So, if you've been married, I don't care how many times, you need to list each marriage. And you need to list each your spouse's parents. So I didn't list one. So I had to come back and I had to update the form. I had to list it. And I put unknown, unknown, unknown. But it had to be filled out. All of those spaces need to be filled out. And now for Metro, I should have handwritten it, but I didn't. I typed it. Because, again, if you make people's lives easier, you would think that the process would be better. So I typed it. I came home. I fixed everything. The only thing I'm waiting on is that approved permit, which I'm going to get on Thursday. Y'all, I'm just going to tell you it's not. Oh, and then the last thing on this is if you want to apply for a permanent stationary location. Here's my thought on that. If you are a mobile food vendor, why do you want to be stationary? Isn't the definition, mobile, that means you can move around? I get it. People get complacent. They want to be where they want to be. If it's a good location, I get it. But I just don't understand why. That's not what I want. I want to be able to take my trailer and move wherever I want to move. I do. I don't want to be stuck like Chuck. Okay? So if you plan on doing that, I don't know about that whole process, but anyway, you just filled that out at the bottom. You guys would have to figure that out. But I'm not doing that. So that was that. So I am ready. I am ready to go. Oh, let me tell you what else you're going to need. When you do your Metro packet. Oh, I forgot to. So, the fees for Metro. $300 for each owner. You've got to have 2 passport pictures. Mine's cost me $17 at Walgreens. You also have to attach a copy of, if you have a passport, you have to attach a copy of that. You have to attach a copy of your birth certificate. And you have to attach a copy of the front and the back of a valid driver's license. Okay? And then the packet is completed. It's signed, notarized, and then submitted to Metro. Now, I read the fine print on the whole background. And it says that if you are not approved, which I shouldn't have no problem getting approved. I don't have no issues. That's why, okay, never mind. I was going to say something, but I'm just going to keep that out of this one. It's a non-refundable $300. So you won't get your $300 back. So you want to make sure whomever you're putting your business, if you're putting it in your name and you know you got all kinds of shit happening, you better think about it if you're going into a regulated business, because they will do a background check on you. I'm not saying you're going to get approved or not. I don't know. But it says that it can take 6 to 8 weeks for that background to come back. So it is what it is. So that's why they give you that temporary license. Okay? So anyway, I just wanted to share with y'all my experience. It wasn't easy. My frustration level was high. But I can tell you this much. Now I know what I know. So when I get ready to go and do my vendor's license, mobile food vendor's license in Minnesota, it should be very, very similar. It is not as strenuous as Nevada, because even when I was there and I did the Minnesota Black State Fair, It was not. I mean, like, it was so helpful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so anyway, long story short, and I'm already set up. Like, the commissary kitchen out there already has all of my information, so that won't be an issue. And then I'll just be using the commissary to dump my my water and all of that. So anyway, I just wanted to follow up with you all. Sounds great, and thank you. All right, so let me go, y'all, and let my husband know we've got the date. I'm so happy. I'm so grateful. I just want to say thank you, Jesus. Anyway, out, Miss Chicks. Bye.